Hello, and welcome to the podcast that discusses all things gaming. Coming to you from the home of Indie PopCon, Gen Con, and the gaming capital of the world, we are the Established Facts.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to what we believe is episode 225 of the Established Facts. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we do still record podcasts, and life is a thing. So welcome back, and we will eventually become regularly scheduled, but for now, we're just getting together to record.
I mean, it is 2021. 2020, 2021, really... There is no normal.
That's valid.
They were saying like the new normal. No, it's just there is no normal.
There's just no normal.
That's
not at all.
Accurate, actually.
So we're just going to kind of get right into it. A few of us haven't played a lot of games together. Haven't talked a lot about gaming recently. So
gaming? What is this you speak of?
Okay, so the few of us is total BS. So let's just introduce ourselves.
It's not BS. There's only a few of us.
The way here.
Hi, I'm Lance.
I'm Dr. Deb.
And again, this is Josh.
That's a few. That's three. That would classify as three.
It's
a few
true.
of us.
And all three of us have played games together within the last few months.
That is true. All right. So quit lying.
We're going to play some games. Well, at least one game.
You were.
That's true.
Multiple.
Lance was here before I was. So Lance was here before you were too, Don.
Because Indiana traffic was a thing today.
That is true.
That
all
is
right.
super
We're playing
true.
1/2 question mark.
Yeah, we'll see what happens after the first one. So I've been sitting on.
No, he
Steve
hasn't actually physically been sitting on it. That's weird.
Gracious. I've had in my possession for quite a while Steve Jackson Games Munchkin Pathfinder, and you know how much we are all fans of Pathfinder and role playing games, and Munchkin is one of those silly games, everything associated with it, that I thought would be kind of a fun game for us to jump.
Except Thaco. I'm not a fan of Thaco.
No, I never played any of the Thaco system stuff.
Second ed.
Yeah. No, didn't. I mean, I've seen the books. I even think we have
AD&D.
the red block. Yeah, red and blue boxes up there. Because somebody got them for us.
You own it just to own it?
Yeah.
It was given to me. It was gifted to me by a patient of mine. I kid you not. So here's your story. Patient of mine. This was several years ago, 4 years ago or 5 years ago. And it came about that I shared with him that we were getting ready to go to Gen Con. It was like July, and I was going to share that. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I always work Gen Con. I always deliver." He made money by bringing in pizzas. He worked for a pizza company, so we could get them at low cost. So he would buy like 20 to 30 or more pizzas dirt cheap, and he would just walk around with them. And people are like, "Hey, oh my gosh, that's a lot of pizzas." He was like, "Yeah, I just have them. If you want one, you can buy it." And like, so it was selling, but he wasn't walking around going pizza. He just walks around with this ginormous thing of pizzas. So he would sell them.
Center or the hotels?
Hotels.
He would wander. Makes much more sense.
Yeah, he would wander around to the different hotels, but I mean, not hard. You got all those connections.
I remember that now that you say it, because he came to. I think you got his information because I told him, "Hey, come find us.
Yep.
We'll buy a pizza."
And he did, and we bought a pizza from him. But he had both of those boxes that he'd had for years, and he didn't know what to do with them because he didn't have any friends that were going to appreciate him. And he was like, "Would you be interested in these?" I was like, "Yes, absolutely." I was like, I was a D&D 3.5 player at that point. Pathfinder wasn't out, and so he said, "Well, here." He said, "I believe you'll take good care of it." I was a doctor, and he also gave me a Gen Con 2025. Am I doing that right? The 25th Gen Con.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The one that was
just celebrated
27
50th.
years ago.
Yeah.
Yes. No, he had a D&D. It was a D&D themed Gen Con 25 D20 that he had kept for years. He actually had two of them, I think.
Didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. It's in my bag. I use them very rarely, but he gave those to me too. Wow. To basically from one gamer to another. Wow. So I will never get rid of those boxes. Even though we don't play them, I'm never getting rid of them because they were gifted to me.
So moral of the story is, let your patients know you're a gamer.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. You have no idea what you might get gifted. Like, oh, you actually will appreciate this because they might not have anybody who would.
But she didn't go into medicine for the games.
No, I didn't.
No.
I went in for the whole
Maybe
noble
operations.
things. I would have become a surgeon, but that would have been, no thank you. Don't want a surgeon's life. And I digress. Dr. Deb digressed. So.
Okay. So the game of Munchkin is all about being an adventurer, kicking down doors, looting for treasure. And then, of course, the game of Pathfinder is
Kicking down doors, looting for
beating
treasure.
monsters, looting for treasure. Okay, so it's the same game. So it just kinda
Munchkin,
makes
your
sense.
job is to give your fellow adventurers a really hard time.
Well, yeah.
And Pathfinder, it helps if they stay alive.
And it's about being the first one to quote unquote 10th level.
Yep.
Which, by the way, to get 10th level, you have to kill a monster to get 10th level in order to win. So it's a note that's in here. So we're going to be talking about some of the cards in front of us. The artwork from Steve Jackson Games is always a lot of fun to look at. It's always silly. So the first thing we're going to do is we've been given 4 door cards and 4 treasure cards, and we're going to take a look through them real quick.
How can you tell the difference?
Well, so on the back of one card is a pile of treasure, and on the back of the other is a door. Thus, door cards and treasure cards.
Because
So-
from the front, I really couldn't tell.
You couldn't really tell.
When you're reading what's on them, it's
Well, on the front, they have a white background on the door
Yeah,
cards,
actually,
and then like
and it's
a
sort of a-
yellowish on the treasure. So
I think it's tan.
okay, fine, it's tan, whatever.
Mauve.
So I've already looked
Light
at least
Beige.
first set of mine, and at the beginning of this particular version of Munchkin, you put down if you have a class or a faction. Factions are something that are I think we're introduced in Munchkin Pathfinder. So if you have a class, you have a faction. If you have multiple, you're supposed to select one. I don't currently have a class, but I do have the faction of the Red Mantis Assassin, which gives me stealth of +1 to run away. So if you ever get into a fight with a monster that's just way too big, you can try to run away. But I also have Murder for Hire. When you're looking for trouble, you may discard up to 3 cards from your hand. Each discard gives you a +2 in combat. That's hysterical to me. And then it also says that you can put down usable items. Usable items, my understanding, and even if it isn't my understanding, this is what we're doing. You put down... Everybody's got like a foot slot and a head slot and a body slot, and they got 2
Hand
hands,
slots.
stuff along those lines. So I put down some Sandals of Quick Reaction. Whenever you're a victim of a curse, roll the die on a 4 to 6. The curse has no effect. And I have a Staff of Shadows, which gives me a +4 bonus in combat, but also another +1 to run away.
Hey,
You
how many hands
apparently
does
are
that
the one
take?
running away.
2.
2 hands.
That's a two-handed thing?
Two-handed.
Okay.
Hey, what does big mean?
So a big weapon is 2-handed unless you have something that allows you to use big handed's 1, I believe.
Because I have something that
So
says one hand big.
you may carry any number of small items, but only one big one.
Okay.
You may not discard one big item to play another. You must sell the first item, trade it, or lose it to a curse or bad stuff, or discard it to a power or class faction ability. If something lets you have more than one big item, for instance, the cheat card, and you lose that ability, you must either correct the problem immediately or get rid of all but one big item. If it's your turn and you're not in combat, you can sell the excess big items as long as you have at least 1,000 gold pieces of items to sell. Otherwise, you must give them to the lowest level player who can carry them. If any big items are still left over, discard them. So you can have one, and if you have more than one, and we can figure that out as we get to your turn. So, Lance, tell us about your character at level 1.
My character is an alchemist, faction Hell Knight. So my class, alchemist, is a potion master. Usable ones only items you play in any combat have double the combat bonus. I can also turn lead into gold, which means when I sell items for a level, I receive a minimum of 300 gold pieces for each of them before any other modifiers are applied. And the Hell Knight faction gives me armor, Hell Knight armor. You are wearing Hell Knight armor.
That's it.
Which counts
you don't need to know anything else.
Which counts as both armor and headgear, worth +5 in combat. This armor may not be taken away from you as long as you are a Hell Knight. You may not wear other armor or headgear even if the card says you can without a cheat.
Wow.
And I, as I said earlier, I have a pole arm. It is literally a picture of an arm on a pole. It is a +1, but +3 against goblins, and the hand on the arm is holding a little goblin at bay.
Uh-huh. Yep.
It is one hand and big.
Wow. That's a bit crazy. I love that idea, though.
That's
Especially if I saw
hilarious.
something like that in combat, like if in the mind's eye, the theater of the mind or whatever, if you saw somebody just walk up with a hand on a pole, just push people away.
Pole arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like, what was that? There's a D&D, the Hand of the Lich was an item I think that was in Dungeons and Dragons.
The hand and Eye of Vecna.
Yes, there's that, but there was another one that would allow you to carry. So normally you can wear 2 rings in D&D, but if you wore this necklace that had the hand attached to it, you could wear 1 more ring.
Oh, I think that was a belt, a meridian belt or something like that.
Okay, there's definitely a hand that did it too. I just don't remember where it was. So, what is your class, Dr. Deb?
Well, I never thought I would say this actually out loud, but I am a witch.
She's a witch!
I'm a witch, Harry. No, not really. Hex. Discard a monster and another card from your hand to inflict the monster's bad stuff, except death, as a curse on another player.
That's horrible.
Familiarity. You have a familiar that protects you from curses found when you kick open the door. Put them on the bottom of the door deck. I am also a red mantis assassin, so apparently Josh and I joined up together.
As
so I have
usual.
all the stuff that he just read off, so I will spare you the pain. And I have a +3 bonus briar, which is a pretty nasty looking sword, actually, which is a one-handed weapon. It is not usable by Hell Knight, Lance.
That's okay. I have a polearm.
Okay, it's true.
Right now you have a polearm. So, I will put in the standard caveat that we will probably mess these rules up.
Yep.
But we don't care. We're just here to have a good time.
You can just yell at us through whatever you're listening to this podcast.
right,
To,
and
so
if-
go for it.
Do we have individual signifiers?
I don't have... We need level counters. D10s of some sort, or at least something to write them all down.
Or we could use minis.
Oh, those 2? Yeah, I guess those are certainly... Well, those aren't going to do our level. We don't have a map to go on, so we're just tracking levels. So I think Deb is...
Or pen and paper.
Absolutely. So we can write it. You know what? Since you expressed your concern at the beginning, do you want me to go first as opposed to you? Oh, you're not on a mic right now. We have no idea what you're talking about.
That's all right. Just imagine. They can imagine it. So this is it. It doesn't have any special symbols on it, but it was the Gen Con 25th anniversary.
It is a cranberry red with white numerals on it. Mm-hmm. There is no signifier that says it is specific to Gen Con or Dungeons and Dragons.
I know. So he could totally have been lying to me, in which case he fibbed.
I mean,
But
it's a cool story.
it is a cool
And
story.
the story is what matters.
It is. And you know what? They are mine, and actually they usually roll pretty well for me. I don't know if I dare roll them now. They'll be like, you're not really rolling. So I'm actually going to use the D20 as my level counter. You want a D20 for a level counter, or you want the D10?
I'll take a 20 sign. That's fine.
And then, would you like a 20, a 10?
No, I'm only going to level 10.
You're only going to go up to level 10. What color would you like? Would you like a blue? Like
Surprise
a green?
me.
Surprise you. Wait for it.
She's literally looking through a giant bag of dice.
As you should if you're looking through dice.
Yes.
Yes. Just,
There. Everyone hear the sound? I know you want to hear the sound of dice coming together.
There's like 6,000 dice.
There is, more or less.
Yeah, probably
Here,
just a few
you can
less.
have you can have a D100 because that's how awesome
a
you are.
percentile
You can have a
die.
percentile die.
Well,
Are
then-
you
And
feeling
the
lucky?
percentile die is a shimmery cobalt blue with
Mm-hmm.
gold numerals.
You see a lot of blue in my dice collection. Not all, but a lot of them are blue.
It's the Established Facts ASMR edition.
It is.
So, Deborah, dear,
Oh, sorry.
would you...
And one ended up on the floor as it's supposed to, because that's what always happens, right? When you're playing a game and it lands on the floor.
Lands on the floor. What?
No, Lance is not on the floor. Nope.
Would you like me to go first, Deb?
Oh, hang on.
Yes. Now, I was just on the floor because I was getting a die off the floor. Mm-hmm. Not death off the floor, a die off the floor. Yes, I would like you to go first
That's
because
visual.
yours truly
Sorry,
is
you folks
not
at home missed that one.
confident
Right.
with playing this. 'cause
So
it's
we're
been
playing
years.
Munchkin.
We are.
And no, we've already been playing Munchkin, I'm pretty sure, with the chaos.
A little bit. So just to give a little bit, some of the actions that are available to you. So you may perform these actions at any time. So whether it's your turn or not, at any time you may discard a class or faction. You may play a go up a level or hireling card, or you may play a curse. You may perform these particular actions as long as you are not in combat. You may trade an item with another player. The other player may not be in combat either. Change which items you have equipped. Play a card that you've just received. Some cards may be played even during combat. And you may perform these actions at any time on your own turn, except during combat. Play a new class or faction. Play an item or sell items for levels. 1,000 gold's worth of items equals level. On your turn, when the cards are arranged the way you want, you go to phase 1, which is kick open the drawer. Kick open the door.
The drawer?
Yes,
I don't
the
want to kick or drawer. That would be hard
if
to
it's a monster,
do.
combat. If the card's a curse, do curses. If it applies immediately, if it can, discarded, unless it has persistent effect. If you draw any other card, you may either put it in your hand or play it immediately. So, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to kick open.
When you kick open a door, do you flip the card over so everyone can see it, or
Yes.
do you look at it yourself?
As well, as far as I know, I've always done it where, turn it face up. It says face up. Everyone
Okay.
sees it. So, I have some
We did
goblin
not
babies.
stack this deck, by the way.
No.
Nope.
Not for,
Definitely
not for the show.
This is
So I
definitely
got a
shovel.
level 1 goblin babies.
Wow.
All what cute little fangs they have. Some bad stuff. If you can't defeat them, itty bitty bites. You lose your foot gear. If you don't have foot gear, you lose a level.
Yuck.
Wow, for a level 1, that's horrible.
Yeah, but you are level 1, so you should be able to defeat a level 1.
Theoretically, you should be able to
Theoretically,
defeat
that's
it.
absolutely true.
So how do you defeat a goblin baby card?
So currently, I am at a level 1 plus 4 because I have my Staff of Shadows. So
Right.
I'm at a 5.
Okay.
And it is at a 1. So let me check the combat on page 5 for those who've never played. It's not page 5. It is
Page V.
Page 3. That's right. To fight a monster, compare combat strength. Combat strength is total level plus all modifiers, positive and negative, given by items to other cards. If the monster's combat strength is equal to yours or greater, you lose and must run away. If combat strength totals more than monsters, monsters win ties. You kill it and go up a level. 2 levels for some big monsters. You'll also get a number of treasures shown on the card. Sometimes the card will let you get rid of the monster without killing it, still winning, but you don't get a level unless the ability says otherwise. Some monster cards have special powers. This one does not. You and the other players may play one-shot treasures or use class and faction abilities to help or harm you in combat.
So we can aid the monsters.
You can aid the monsters, or you can help me if I ask for it. Which usually, like in that situation, the conversation is, so this one's worth 1 treasure. If I needed help, I'd be like, I'll give you the treasure if you'll help me out. I don't. I've got him beaten right now. So, but that conversation may come up here in just a little bit. So I'm beating the monster, going once, going twice. So I gain a level.
Yay.
Why would I help the monster? He would lose foot gear that he doesn't have, or he'd lose a level and go down to 0. You have foot gear?
I do.
Oh, I should have helped him. Meh.
And then I got
Level 1 is not that big a deal.
a treasure,
Yeah.
which is some armor. So I'm going to put some armor on. Plus 4.
You say you're going to
bonus
have some armor all?
shred skin armor. I'm putting some armor on.
Shred skin?
That's what it says. It looks like it was straight up taken from Shredder from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That's exactly what it looks like. Lance is carefully evaluating the card.
Yeah,
It's plate armor
Yeah. So
Very much.
apparently
with
Shredder
a
used your
bunch
armor.
of sticks sticking out of it, like shillelaghs.
That's an interesting way to go. Or, well, I wonder
Good
what the
luck.
shred concept comes up. Maybe from the blades on here.
Possibly. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that looks like Shredder. But anyways,
We'll go with it.
Phase 2 is look for trouble or loot the room. If you fought a monster in phase 1, skip this phase and goes to phase 3. So I fought a monster. I moved to phase 3. Charity. If you have more than 5 cards in your hand,
I have no cards.
which I do not,
because they're on the table.
I have.
you must play enough cards to get you 5 or below. And if you cannot or do not want to, you must give the excess cards to the player with the lowest level. Players are tied, divide them as evenly as possible, but it's up to you who gets the bigger set of leftovers. If you are the lowest or tied for lowest, just discard the excess. So, that's it. I fought a monster.
Yay.
I got treasure.
Yay.
That's my turn. I'm now level 2, not 3. I didn't move that.
Quit being a cheaty face.
All right.
All right.
Lance.
So
Oh, it's my turn.
it is?
is.
Are we going to the right?
It's clockwise, right? Or did I go the wrong? I did. Deb's next. I can't do clockwise.
Josh doesn't
Well,
know what a
okay.
clock is,
Sorry.
apparently. Sorry, Lance. I feel like I totally took
Maybe
your
we're in
thunder there.
Australia and it goes counterclockwise.
Absolutely. That's
the
fine with
toilet,
me.
not the clock.
Good day, mate.
Well, have you heard this show lately?
Right
I'm
down
going
the
to
clock.
kick open a door. This is me kicking open a door. The door is Summoner.
It's a class, yeah.
It's a class. So what does that mean? Can I trade classes?
Yes,
Ooh.
if you so choose. Or you can put it in your hand.
because I think that's what he said. You can play cards that you get from the door deck,
Yes.
but you have to discard your previous class to do
Right.
so.
So I'm looking at Summoner. Summoner has Eidolon. During any combat, you may play monsters from your hand as one-shot combat bonuses, equal to twice the number of treasures printed on the card.
Okay, so The Eidolon allows you to throw a monster, but its value is the number of treasures.
Twice.
Not the value, right.
Twice the number of treasures.
Well, that's important because like there are some monsters in here that are like 12, level 12 monsters.
Yeah, no.
So
They
they're
give
not
you 4
worth level
treasures.
12.
Yeah.
But
Summoning. Once per turn before kicking open the door, you may discard 1 card from your hand to take the top monster from the door discards into your hand. So you basically take the bad guy that just got defeated and said, mine. I think I like that. I think I like the Eidolon thing. I'm going to try
Instead of
that.
witch?
Yeah. So I'm going to trade. So now I'm no longer a witch. Keep track of this, everybody.
Right.
I'm now a summoner red mantis assassin.
you do have to discard and make sure. Yeah, we know that's a door card. So
That's a door
to
card.
get a new class, you have to discard the other one first.
Right.
Once
All right.
you have your
So I did that thing.
All right.
So
So
that
any
was-
other cards you're going to play?
Do you want to go looking for trouble?
Correct.
Which
Or
means you
do
play a
wanna-
monster from your hand.
I'm going to play a card from my hand that's called Stay on Target. Go up a level.
Stay on target.
All right. Go up a
Stay
It just
on
says I go up.
target.
Exactly.
Thank you,
But you-
Porkins.
You still have the option to look for trouble or loot the room.
I
Looking for trouble is you play a monster from your hand. Looting the room is you draw a second card from the door deck face down and put it in your hand. You currently have 4 cards.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be down to 5 by the end of your turn.
I'm below 5. I'll get down to 5. To go to 5, I'd have to go up.
Yes, but you can't have any more than 5.
Roger that. Okay. I think I am going to. I want to go looking for trouble. So I'm going to kick down another door.
Nope. You
Nope.
pull a monster out of your hand.
Yeah, do you have a monster in your hand to fight?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought looking for trouble was that. So no, I can't.
That's
Never
loot
mind.
the room.
Oh. Well, I want to loot the room then because
Okay,
I don't
so
have any
you
monsters.
draw
I
a
want to
card
do that
face
with.
down and put it in your hand.
Oh, so
You
like
don't
this?
fight it, yes.
Like that?
Yep.
Okay.
Because you walked into a room that didn't have any monsters in it. So
True.
you're looking for
It
extra
happens.
stuff.
Ooh. All right. That is my turn. Now it's
Nope.
actually Lance's turn.
Is-
Nope.
You
I
have to play a
5.
card. Oh,
I
You
did.
have
No,
5.
she
Okay,
did.
you're good.
I did.
She good.
I played the
Right.
level up card, the level up thingy.
So I would like to kick open a door.
Have a door. Have a kick.
It is a +5 bonus Hell Knight.
Ooh.
Do I want to keep this one
Mm-hmm.
or this one?
Are they the same?
Well, this one is genderless, but this one looks like it is a female Hell Knight.
Okay.
So depends how you want to roll
But
today.
do they have the same abilities?
Yes,
It looks
yes,
like
the
it
that.
looks like they're exact same.
they are exactly the same. So I will discard the one I just got. I will loot the room. That's funny. I got another class card. It is the witch.
Okay.
So-
you don't actually have to tell us what that is.
No, because I'd have to
later.
I'd have to discard because I have more than
You
5
do have
cards,
6, yeah, unless you have something else you can play.
which I will. But
The other option, because you have treasures, is you can put treasure in your backpack. So
describe the backpack.
I
Josh.
will describe the backpack. So let me use it. Treasures, items, what blah 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 blah. Unless that went away. Maybe that went away. Oh, you can sell items. That's what it is. So they changed that. That backpack thing was something I think from a different deal. So if you have 1,000 gold pieces worth of treasure, you can sell them for a level.
Can you sell more than 1,000?
You can.
Like, could you sell 2,000 to go up 2 levels?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Otherwise, if you can't do any of that, then you don't discard. You give to the lowest level character, which is you and her.
No, she's level 2.
Oh, it is you.
So it's me.
Because it's you, you discard.
Yes, which is what I'm doing. I'm discarding the witch to
Bye-bye,
keep
witch.
my 5 cards, and that is my turn.
Excellent. Well, let's see. So my red mantis assassin. I don't have a class yet, so I haven't come up with a name, but that is something to be thinking about. I'm trying to figure out what that is. So I'm going to kick in the door, and I found myself a goblin snake. Apparently, I cannot read this evening.
But a lot of goblin stuff is
Yeah.
going on.
Well, I mean, it's a Pathfinder game. That's not really that surprising. But Goblin Snake of Goblin type has a nauseating belch attack, +3 if you don't have headgear, which I don't have headgear. So he's now 5. Bad stuff, you lose a level unless you have armor. Worth 1 treasure. So it is currently at a 5, and I am at a 9, so I am beating it.
Deb and I have now grabbed our hands to see if there's anything we want to do to hurt Josh or help Josh or the monster. I have nothing that I can use, So I'm going to rely on
Pesh, used during any combat, +4 to either side, usable only once.
Oh.
So now he's a 9.
So now we're
and
tied.
monsters win ties.
At the moment, that is very true.
Not that I'm trying to win.
No, not at all.
Nope.
But what... Let's see. Do I try to run away? Which I've currently got a +2 to run away, which I have to look up the runaway stats.
You have to roll a d6
which we
and
have.
get a 4, 5, or 6, I believe.
Right, but because I have a +2, I got to get 2 or better. Which means I can easily run away, most likely, but...
And if you don't run away, bad stuff happens.
Correct. And
What's the bad stuff?
on him is lose a level unless you have armor. Or I could just, try to run away and nothing happens. You know what? I'm on that camp right now. I'm going to try to run away.
Well,
Hey,
hold
look.
on a minute.
What?
Can't you just take the bad stuff? Because you have armor. Don't you
Yeah.
have armor? So I
I know.
basically did that for no
But
reason.
if I no, because I
Which is
lose.
okay.
No, it says to run away. It's not going to matter. I know, but I'm still going to.
Okay, I was going to say, it won't matter. I shouldn't have played that. I should have played it on one where it actually would have mattered bad stuff.
You didn't.
Oh, well.
I mean,
I've also worked all day.
you also have to read
I
my
work for a
cards
living.
to know this thing. So I ran away successfully.
Yay.
no treasures.
Boo. I don't know. But
Right,
you didn't
what?
get any treasures.
No treasures and no looting the room, right? Because
Correct.
you did,
No,
in
I
fact,
fought the
fight a
monster.
monster.
That was the thing.
And you ran out of the room. So, all right. So my turn?
That's funny.
Well, he hasn't ended because he could
I
play
have
cards.
not.
That is true.
So I am. Because this is funnier, I should have done that before. I didn't. So you're not the only one making mistakes. So I am going to play the Gobliterator with a cheat card. So the Gobliterator is a +2 bonus and +4 against goblins, which again, I kind of wish I should have done that, but I didn't. This item is legal for you even to use, even if it otherwise would not be. Discard this card when you lose or sell the attached item.
So cheat lets you hold and use it even
Cheat
when you
lets you
shouldn't
break
be
any
led
rule.
to.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I now have a 2-handed Staff of Shadows and a 2-handed big Gobliterator.
Which you should not have unless you're a 4-handed. Hell, no. You're.
I don't know. I don't even know what ancestry
That's
I am
true.
now.
I don't know what I am either. Actually, it is just human.
He's a
So I'm
centipede.
cheating.
Centipede. Okay.
All right, fair enough.
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and cheat now. So
Which you just did.
I did. It's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna kick down a door, and I'm going to find a wandering monster.
Ooh, that means you keep that.
Play this card with a monster from your hand. When someone, including you, is in combat, your monster joins the one already fighting, add their combat strengths. If the characters must flee, resolve the runaway attempt separately in the order the victim chooses.
The victim.
The victim. All right. So because I didn't fight a monster, I can either go looking for trouble or choose to loot the room.
Yes.
I'm going to loot the room, which means I take this
Yep.
Yes.
Put it in your hand.
and put it in my hand. Now I have 6 cards in my hand. So now I need to discard down to the lowest level player, which is Lance. And I'm going
I like being in last place.
I'm going to give you this card, and I am now
stuff.
down to 5.
Ooh, I like this card.
I thought you might. I was being nice. Wait for it.
Well, we're on the same faction.
Maybe I want to be the only one in my faction. Maybe I want to be in charge of the faction.
Well, so wouldn't it be nice to have somebody on your side?
I don't.
You are on her side.
I
You're on her
am
right
on
side.
no one. I'm on no one's side, for no one is on my side. Little Demaree.
Excuse me?
You're not little, but no.
Nothing little.
Well,
Do you know where that came from, though? Quote.
I'm gonna go no.
it's from a Tolkien.
It is absolutely.
Oh.
It is absolutely. It is actually from Two Towers.
Yeah.
It's from the movie Two Towers.
Sure.
When the Ents are speaking to
You know
The
that
Hobbits.
thing.
Pippin. Whose side are you on? And the Ent answers Pippin.
So, Lance,
I would like to kick open a door.
door kicked open.
A deer. Hey, look, it's another Hell Knight card.
Hell Knight
really
card.
should have shuffled these better.
I shuffled them very well, actually.
Josh is the only one doing any kind of combat today.
It is true.
That's fine, I guess.
I'm just giving cards away. All right. Well, Lance, would you like to be a Hell Knight or
Well-
a Hell Knight?
I could be a Hell Knight, or I could use this really cool card that Deb gave me. It is a Necromancer card. I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there. It does some pretty cool things, like reanimation once per combat. It doesn't say mine, it just says per combat. You may discard 3 cards to add the top monster from the discards to a fight and make it undead.
Oh.
Then there's Secrets of the Dead, which draws a face-down door card after a combat where you kill an undead monster. So I can make a monster undead and then kill it.
Well, that's cool to know you have, except you're not in combat, right? Or is oh no, that gets played? Is that one that's at a higher rank? Oh no,
It's a
that's
class.
your class.
It's his
So
class.
instead
He's
of being an alchemist, I'm a
is
necromancer.
a necromantic hell knight.
That's right. That makes much more sense in the long run.
in the long-term story here.
This is the most political statement that can be made. I have no absolute training, but I can just throw all kinds of gear at it and still be successful.
I'm not trained. I'm just throwing items at you.
All right, so I did not
Fight, no.
fight anything, so I would like to loot the room.
Loot.
Or did I do that already?
You didn't.
I didn't.
You played a class.
That's right,
'cause
okay.
You weren't in combat, so you could do that.
All right. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. I need to discard some. So, since I'm lowest level,
Do you
I
have
will-
1,000 worth?
I do. So I'm going to go
That's an
ahead
option.
and sell. So I'm going to sell the +3 Ring of 9 Facets, usable by females only. I am, by my voice, not a female, so I will not be using that. There is also a Cytilish potion, which does some cool things if your fighter has a helper, which I don't. So that's another 300. Then I'm going to get rid of my pole arm for the other 200
Goodbye,
and go up a
arm.
level, just so that I can not be at first level anymore.
He's tired of being at first level. It's worn off.
I'm over it.
Do we still want to head for 10, or do we want to try and do something like 5, depending on where we're at? Or
Well,
just
I
keep
mean,
going and see what happens.
This game is relatively quick once you get going.
That's valid. That's valid.
Yeah, once
All
things
right.
really
Once
get rolling.
people start fighting monsters other than just you.
Yes. Thank you. Speaking of
Continuing
which,
on.
he's going to kick down a door and...
I got plague stricken -5 to a monster.
Okay.
Well, you all saw it, so that makes sense to show you. So I'm going to go ahead and loot the room then. Am I? Ooh. I forgot about him. Well, I got to do math at the moment. I'm sorry. 4, 6, 10,
Hike.
11. Nope, not enough. I'm going to loot the room. Oh, that's fun. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and put these down then, because I currently have, though I don't have another faction.
What are
nor do
these?
I have a class.
Are you allowed to do
I'm
that
getting
after you
there.
loot the room? I think you're allowed to play.
These are cards that you can play that don't affect combat.
Oh, okay.
They can change your class, like stuff along those lines. I'm not
Change your gender.
right. I have first double life, which says you may use 2. You may have 2 faction cards and have all the advantages and disadvantages of each, or you may have 1 faction and have all of its advantages and none of its disadvantages. So I don't currently have a disadvantage, which is fine. But I also have Super Munchkin. Once I get a class, you may have 2 class cards. Same thing. Both advantages and disadvantages, or 1 class card and all the advantages, none of the disadvantages.
So that means you can have 3 class cards? Because you have 2 of those?
No, double life is for faction. Super
Oh.
Munchkin's for classes.
For classes. So you could have 2 classes and 2 factions?
Yep.
That is definitely multiple personality disorder.
Look, we have no idea what you're talking about.
My turn?
Yep.
Are you all done?
I am.
Okay. Kicking down a door.
Did you loot the room?
Yeah. That's what I got. This one's actually.
Okay.
Chelish.
+10 to a monster. Play
nice.
during any combat. If the monster is defeated, draw 2 extra treasures.
Extra.
Oh, goodness gracious. That's rude.
All right. Well, now
Just
I
'cause
have
they're
6
from a
cards.
particular region, they get more
And we
treasure?
are all level 2 at this point. So we are going to... I'm going to play cheat on my Briar.
You're cheating on your bride?
I'm now cheating on my Briar. Yes, I am. Which you already heard before. You can now play this item. It's legal for you, even if it otherwise would not be. So, and that takes me down. I now have 5 in my hand. So that is my turn. Lance?
Oh, so you just put that on just so you could protect your.
Well, actually,
briar.
hold on. Yes, so I can protect my Briar.
Okay.
I looted the room already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No, you kicked open the door.
Yeah, that's what you did.
And you got a card.
No, I got Chelish.
That's right. She got the cheat as she
No,
she looted.
didn't. She just got Chelish on the.
And that made me
door.
6. You're right. So now I need to. I want to loot the room, which is going to be this. Now I have 6 again, so I have to go down to 5 again. I'm going to. Oh boy, what am I going to discard? Okay, it's either that or this.
Remember, you have curses. You can play them on other people.
Are you looking at her hand, Josh?
Not on purpose, but
No, I think he's absolutely doing it on purpose.
understand. By me saying that, that means that curse can come at me too.
Oh, for sure.
Well, that's perfect because I actually have 2 curses, so I can
Okay.
share them with you all.
Oh, you can share them. That's nice of you.
So then, Josh now has the curse of the Blood Veil. You are -3 in combat until this curse is lifted with a wishing ring. If you die, you may play this curse on someone else before your friends loot your corpse.
Okay,
You're welcome.
I'm gonna run by Sandals a quick reaction. Got a 6.
What does that mean?
The curse doesn't work.
So it just goes away, or does it go back to me?
Oh, I think it should
says-
reverse.
It says whenever your victim roll the die, curse has no effect.
So it just goes in there?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, then
You said you were going to share.
I am. So Curse of Scarlet Leprosy is going to be on Lance, which is let the lowest level players, other than you, take a card from your hand. Then let
That's
the
both
highest
of you.
level player do the same.
So you each get to take 2 cards.
Exactly. How does that work? Since we have the same, does it
You
even
are
work?
both the highest and lowest, so take 1 as the lowest. Take 1 as the highest.
That is really weird, and I don't know if that's actually the way this is supposed to be played. I think someone's yelling at us through there.
That ruling makes sense to me.
All right. Well, now, oddly enough, I am back to 6 cards again. Holy cow. Which means I need to discard again. I'm going to discard this because I like being a summoner. Oh, wait. Hold on.
Once again,
Is this
since
is a class, right?
We're
This
all the
isn't
same
armor.
level. You don't discard. You just give it to someone else.
Right. So I'll give it back to you because I don't want him to have it.
Well, he's the lowest. Oh, we're all the same. Never
We're all
mind.
the same.
Well, fine. Okay, Lance.
Or do I discard?
Nope, you're right.
So I was saying, oh, yeah, you hand it to somebody else. You get to choose.
You are the lowest. We are all the lowest. So you can either choose or you can discard.
Oh, okay. I chose. Okay. I think
ahead.
it's Lance's turn.
Let's-
Open a
let's
door.
run up and rolling. All right. What are we fighting? Maybe.
Curse, Fire Gut, lose a level.
Wow. That's a second curse on him. Boy, now I'm feeling a little bad, everybody.
It happens.
You got over that quickly, didn't you?
All right. Boop. That was kick down the door. So
I
now
am
it's
going
his.
to go looking for trouble so
Oh
that I can
my.
get my level back.
Yeah. You have a monster to fight?
I do.
That sounds like fun.
It is a level 4 Cog Goblin,
Oh, my.
which sounds much dirtier than it actually is.
Yes.
It's COG Cog Goblin.
Cog.
It is +3 against witches or eagle knights. Yes, that's +6 against both. The bad stuff, he wants your gear. Lose all items giving you a +3 bonus or more. But he's a level 4. And I am level 1. And my Hell Knight gives me +5, so I'm level 6. So I'm currently beating it. However, you guys have cards, especially ones I gave you, that can affect that. So I will defeat him in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, wait.
Cool. I defeated it.
Yay.
I go up a level, and I
Yay.
get 2 treasures out of that guy.
Good job, Pathfinder.
I get real treasure now instead of door treasure.
Yep.
And I fought a thing.
You
I
fought
feel
a
so
thing.
useful.
And you beat a thing, too.
I can't wait to see when these items come popping
Beat
out.
it. Beat it.
All right. Well, while he's organizing his items, do you have anything you want to put down now?
You should have. Yeah, he's under 5.
Well, I have a thing that I would like to give, but I can't. Wait.
I mean,
Yeah, you
if it's
can.
a curse, you can.
I mean, I totally can because you guys are
We're the same level as
same
you.
level
Can't
as
he?
me.
Can he give them or?
No, he's got 3 cards. He's got to keep them unless
Ah.
they're cards like unless you want to trade. So
Ooh,
that was,
yeah. I'd be happy to trade.
yeah. So trading is
And-
a trade an item with another player. The other player may not be in combat. Change those items you have equipped. Play a card that you have received. So you can't just give items unless you want to trade for nothing, which I guess is a thing. But
You would really like this,
who would?
either of you.
Okay. So you're trying to get us to trade.
Yes.
The thing is the only item I have is for a witch only. You're not a witch.
It doesn't have to be an item. It could be a door card. Or it could be a potion. Or it could be a curse.
I got a
or it
couple
could be-
monsters you can fight.
It could be that one of the cards that you took from me.
I got one curse that I could give you back. But I also have another curse that I
have
can
a
give you.
wandering monster that you could have, which is your monster joins the one already fighting and adds to their combat strength. Or, I'll trade you Flayleaf Powder for one.
What does that do?
Used when you are in combat to compel another player to help you for no reward. Usable only once and not for the winning level.
I like that.
But someone
Done.
could help you and you don't have to give them anything.
Now, I didn't tell Deb what the card was that
That's
she got.
correct.
I
He
just
could have
told her that she would like it.
totally been telling a fib. Ooh, he wasn't telling a fib.
I don't tend to.
He's not very. He tries
He
to be
doesn't.
very honest. So I'm going to kick down the door. I got me a Hog Goblin. It's another goblin. Level 2. So that's what it says on here. +3 against summoners or pathfinders. Pathfinder, I think, is actually a class.
Oh.
Yes, that's +6 against both. What? Bad stuff. He hogs the spotlight. Discard all door cards in your hand. Okay, he's level 2. I'm at 412. I'm at 14 against it right now.
And it's at 2?
Yes.
I don't have anything that could cause it to beat it.
Once.
You
twice.
took all my good cards.
Well, I mean,
And I can't make it
it's
that
kinda
high,
her
even with
fault,
what I
but
got.
not mine. That's okay. So, all right, I got the Hog Goblin. I'm gonna get me another level
And one treasure.
and one treasure. Oh my! Oh my!
That's George Takei.
That is George Takei. Why do you have to be such a weird number? All right, I am going to. Yes. Do I want to do that? Player's turn. Take a turn. Oh, that's funny. Okay. All right. I need to get rid of a card. So, who's lowest level now?
We all,
Both
well,
are?
both of us.
We are not
We
you
are
anymore.
level 2.
Okay. So
Your wife and I are together.
Yes.
That's not okay. Anyways, you can have that
2.
one.
Thank you. Thank you for your donation. Why don't you give me this one?
Huh?
Okay.
I was just supposed to give a card away.
Doesn't have to be good.
Good. All right. And
It's your turn.
okay, kicking down a door. I have a curse, a goblin rash. Just quick, give it your goblin stuff. The card may be played during any combat that includes goblins to give the monsters a +3 bonus instead of the usual effect.
So if you get a curse card, you are not cursed.
No.
It is something
You
that
draw a curse, you get hit by the curse.
Lose your armor, no problem.
Okay. Then
Done.
It goes away. On the loot the room,
That was exciting.
when you're not showing everybody,
Okay.
then you get to keep it.
that's what I thought,
I'm
but I
going
wanted
to
to
put
verify
down
with
this-
the rules guy.
Yeah, he's the rule dude.
At least that's what I'm saying today.
I'm putting down a +2 bonus mantis blade.
Nice.
One hand. Used by red mantis assassins only. Thus,
Oh, okay.
you may discard a card to backstab another player, -2 in combat. You may do this only once per victim per combat, but if 2 players are fighting a monster together, you may backstab each of them. How generous.
I'm going to play Scepter of the Ages, by the way. Once you're done, I'm taking another turn.
Sorry, that's my phone. I'm also going to play Recollection Plate. Used when no one is in combat. No one's in combat. Go through either set of discards to find any one card you want. Take that card into your hand and discard this one. Usable once only.
Hold on.
I'm going to...
That card says it's at the end of your turn, so it's not in there right now. You may discard. This says you may discard the Scepter of the Ages at the end of another player's turn. So your
Oh.
turn's not over yet.
Correct. I want to go through
That's why I
this.
grabbed it. I mean, it would totally make sense if you want to take it again, because it's basically you get a free turn. But then, so after I play my next turn, you go, and then I would go again. That's why I played it when I did.
Sorry.
Who is you?
Ring things, yeah.
So, Lance,
Yes.
at the end of Deb's turn, I'm playing Scepter of the Ages, allowing me, Josh, to go next, to take another turn. Then after Josh is done, Lance will go. And then after Lance is done, I will go again. because we'll be back in order. Oh.
I'm playing a number 3 bonus, Ring of 9 Facets, usable by females only.
So
I am a female.
Just to
In case you wonder.
simplify this, is your turn over?
I'm playing to loot the room. Because I haven't fought anything.
Hold on. I think
She
you
got
got a
cursed.
curse. Just want to make sure that
Oh,
that's...
I didn't think that counted as
No,
fighting something, but
she
maybe it
didn't.
did.
She didn't fight a monster. And
If you
said,
fought a monster, skip this. If not, if you did not draw a monster when you first... Yeah, you're good.
Okay, so I'm going to loot the room. This puts me at 5, which means I do not have to discard anything. Therefore, my turn is done.
All right.
So, Josh, your turn.
I'm playing Scepter of the Ages so that I can take another turn. I'm going to kick down the door and get hit with a curse. Change your class. If you have no class now, this curse has no effect. Otherwise, go back through the discard pile, starting with... I don't have one. Okay. I don't
Josh
have
has no class.
Nope,
I have no
none at
class.
all.
I'm going to loot the room. Neat. But I have 5 cards. That's my turn. So now it's yours, Lance.
Oh, cool. Let's kick open a door.
That was not nearly as effective as I hoped it would have been. You get a level 10 Copper Chef.
Sweet.
A copper chef. That's amazing. Copper chef.
It is +4 against alchemists. Glad I'm not one of those anymore.
Good job. Well thought out.
-3 against necromancers, which I happen to be.
We did not stack this deck. I promise. I even have a Bible, and I will promise that we did not stack the deck. That's hilarious.
However,
it's
it
an
is a level 10.
correct. Well, now it's a
So
level 7.
It is.
but
It is a little more difficult, but I am also at a level 7, so I can play something to help me.
correct.
Unless you guys do bad things. And if I don't beat him and I try to run away and bad stuff happens, he raids your pantry. Show your hand and discard all your usable once only items from your hand and the table. But he's worth 3 treasures. So let's see. I have some sneezing powder that I'd like to play on myself, which means I can use during any combat, +2 to either side. I choose me. Usable once only. So now I'm at 9, and it is 7.
7.
Anyone want to do anything? I will defeat it in 3, 2.
Chelish. +10 to the monster. So it's a 17 now.
And I'm going to curse you with Rapture Pox, so you fail your runaway.
You automatically fail your next attempt to run away,
Okay.
even if you otherwise succeed automatically.
So that means I discard all my usable ones only items if I lose the dice roll. But I can't roll, so I just lose them.
Boy, we're jerks.
That's how the game plays. That's the game.
It's true.
It is.
It is true. All right.
That's the end of my turn.
He's out of cards.
Wait, do I die?
That's a great... What happens when you run out of cards?
What a great question.
No,
to
I mean,
ask. Maybe it's not a great
Do I
question. to
die
ask.
because I couldn't run away?
No, the bad stuff happens, and that's it. But at the end of a turn, it's a great... Death is... If you die, you lose all your stuff. You keep your class faction... Yeah, you just died. You're right. No, hold on. What is death?
That is a question
No,
that we all ask.
you die is one of the bad things.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Like you die.
Okay, you're not dead. That's
Not
fine.
dead.
I mean,
yet.
it looks like I did,
Very much does.
but I'm still level 2.
Yeah, I'm not... What? I'm
So
not
the bad
seeing
stuff
anything.
wasn't lose a level. The bad stuff wasn't you die. I just lost all my cards. That's fine. That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your turn, Josh.
Let's see. Let's see. They don't help you specifically affect your hand cards and play. I don't see. I feel like you run out of cards. You've just run out of cards. Which is you got to find another way to get more cards. But
Well,
Like loot the room or something.
yeah. But if you don't mind taking a look at this, Deb, while I take my next turn, I'm not finding anything about it. So
it's fine. I just have no cards
yeah.
because you guys are nice.
Yeah, we are very nice.
Yeah.
We're kicked out the door. Hey,
It
look,
feels
I
like a
found-
couple is working against me.
I wish.
Oh,
that
don't worry.
She's gonna come after me. I promise. I got myself a goblin hood.
Not in the way he likes.
Is that a neighborhood filled with goblins?
No, it's a goblin that looks like Robin Hood.
Oh, Goblin Hood.
The highest level players or players go down a level, and the lowest level player go up a level as soon as the goblin hood enters combat.
Josh, what level are you?
Wow. I was level 3, and this has fallen over twice. So, that
So
means
you're
I'm
level 3.
2.
So now you go down, and the two of us that were lowest
Go
go
up
up.
one.
Sweet.
I'm okay with this
If
plan.
all players are tied, when he shows up, he gets confused and wanders off, leaving his treasures behind. That's funny.
Yes.
So,
You had your fruit chews.
That's
was your
horrible.
snack, wasn't it?
Uh,
Didn't you have your fruit chews? Would you? I'd like you to have something else. Do you want
this is when kids come into play.
Hi.
That's all right.
I'm a mom.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're
We love
playing
it.
a game. We're
Family.
not
That's
having
right.
a thing, and we're families. So
Okay,
our kids
so
can come talk to us.
in just a moment.
level 4 Goblin Hood.
Let me take my turn, and then I will come and bring you something.
I'm still at a 12,
Or some cheese.
14 against its 4.
Okay, I'm going to use my reanimation power. Once per combat, you may discard 3 cards. Oh, wait, I can't do that. Never mind.
You're just kidding. Deb, are you going to come after me?
I don't think I can. Actually, hold on.
Going. Oh, yeah, you're looking. Okay, sorry.
I am going to Wandering Monster. Play this card with a monster from your hand when someone, including you, is in combat. Your monster joins the one already fighting, add their combat strengths. If the characters must flee, resolve the runaway attempt separately in the order the victim chooses.
Okay.
So you now have a level 6 Strix that decided to join your Goblin Hood.
Putting him at 10, and I'm still at 14.
It also gets it out of my hand because it wasn't doing me any
And
good.
you gain the treasures from the
I
other one,
do.
too.
Yep.
Once.
I'm accidentally helping him. This
Twice.
is going to have to change very quickly.
All right. I've beaten him for 2 levels.
Oh, wait, I want
He
to play.
sent
Oh,
you
okay.
sent Samuel in to distract me.
I did no such thing. Yeah, your monster joins already finding their combat strengths. Yeah, as far as I know, I gained 2 levels. Get
You-
those back. Because I beat 2 monsters, right? Or is it just
After
the
my
one?
turn, and then I will. You can be patient for 2 minutes. Thank you.
If only there was a rule book we could
I
look
know,
up.
right? It's amazing. Except, I don't, wandering monsters are specific cards, I believe. Combat da ba da. For wandering monster cards, see fighting multiple monsters below. Some cards allow your rivals. You must defeat their combined combat strength. These special abilities, such forcing you fight with your level only. If you eliminate one monster but then run from the other, you don't get any levels or treasures. If you have the likewise, some monsters in this set are tagged Goblin. You may play any Goblin from your hand into combat to help another Goblin.
Can I have more time?
Yes, after my turn. You can be patient a few minutes.
Let's see. I'm not... Any special abilities, such as forcing you to fight with level, only apply to the entire fight. If you have the right cards, you can eliminate, but you cannot choose. One monster is both undead and a goblin. Yes, really? Several monsters tagged undead. You may play any undead monster from your hand into combat to help any other undead without using Wandering Monster. With Goblin, you may play any goblin from your hand into combat to help any other goblin without using a Wandering Monster. That's just funny. That's good to know. Yeah. I'm not seeing it, and that's the way I've always understood it, so that's what we're doing. So,
House rule.
yep.
When in doubt, house rule.
And
House
it
rules
helps
allow
right
you to
now,
cheat
but
legally.
it helps me- That's right. Established fact.
Yep.
All right, so I got 4 treasures and 2 levels coming to me. So now I'm level 4. Those are all 3 doors. 4 treasures should be fun to try and sort through, especially when I think I have more stuff. Yeah. I don't know. Well, that's all right. This will... Yay for math, right? Right, everybody? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to play Shoot the Messenger, go up a level.
While Josh is mathing,
Mm-hmm.
what do you guys think of this game?
I like it, except it's a little too... I like games where you can do more strategy, and there's not... You can't do a lot of strategy within Munchkin because you don't literally have no idea what's going to come at you next. And they could totally ambush you, and you're like, okay, well, I'm done and have no cards in my hand, like Lance. Or, you draw cards and you're like, I can't do anything with these. So it's fun, but I prefer more strategy and tactics in my games, but that's just me. What about you?
I've loved the game of Munchkin since I first found out about it. And
Okay.
In fact, we own several iterations of Munchkin just because, this sounds like a neat little thing. Or my wife is really into steampunk, so we bought the steampunk one. We may never play it, but we have it.
Right.
Just like you have a wall of games, some of which you haven't played.
Some of which? Oh, more than some
But
of
my
which.
kids even can play this game. It's
Yeah.
it's geared towards just about any age. It's just
It's straightforward.
play
I mean,
monsters.
it's
And we
read the
tend
card.
to not hurt each other. We try to help each other get up the levels, and it's fun to see
Gotcha.
the kids try to vie while Mom and I decide, oh, I fell down. I can't beat this monster.
Here, can you help me out? Or I'll give you 2 treasures if you help me beat this monster,
Yes,
or things
totally.
like that. Yeah. No, that totally makes sense. I can see this being a fun game once the kids are a little bit older. Not quite there yet with a 7 and a 3-year-old. Are you done mathing, or are you still
am,
mathing?
and I don't know if this was the wisest move on my part, but I'm doing it anyways. So I'm going to sell my Gobliterator, Staff of Shadows, a Bound Blade, which I just picked up, usable by Hell Knights only. The cheat card goes with the card that I'm selling, the Gobliterator. And then I have a Torque of Tchotchkes, which is only usable by witches. All of that is worth 2,000 gold, equaling 2 more levels.
So in
So
other
you're
words,
the first person to get to 5, so
Yeah.
you win.
Oh, okay.
well, actually, he's the first person to get to 7 as well,
That's right. Okay, so we're gonna go. I
because
am at
I'm only
7.
at 3, and Lance is at 3 as well.
So
Just
we're
because
gonna
he
call
had
it
to go
there.
down and we went up.
Yep.
Well,
so we're tied
but-
at second, and you solidly got first,
Well,
Mister.
but here's the thing on that is I actually didn't get to 5 by killing a monster. I got to. Yes, I did. I'm
Yeah, you
wrong.
did.
I did.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't because I had
Oh.
the go up a level treasure.
Oh, you were at 4 before that.
So the
Okay.
goal of this game would be to get to your level cap, whatever that is, by your last one being killing a monster.
Typically
So,
10.
Yes.
'Kay.
So, yeah,
You're definitely winning.
I've always enjoyed this game for its humor. Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure. The artwork
Oh, yeah.
is fun.
Yes.
And Steve Jackson games, they do a lot of fun extra
Yes.
cards. So if you're at a convention and there happens to be a Steve Jackson games booth, go there and see if they're giving away either a con specific
Yep.
card or some swag,
Yep.
or you can also buy typically some of their promo cards, which sometimes is a one-time use. Like you get a bookmark that you have to rip in half in order to use it,
Right.
But it's, you get a
which
level.
no one does.
Yeah.
A level. A level.
A level?
What? You know what? I'm already giving myself grief for the words. But
This is an ogre achiever. This is a level
Love it.
12 monster that I never got to play because it was in my hand. But this is +5 against anyone who doesn't have a class and a faction, which meant that I could have thrown it against Josh because he still didn't have a class at the end.
But I had a faction.
Right, but you have to have both. And
Oh, okay.
otherwise, he's a +5. So he would have become a level 17 against you. Bad stuff. He steps on you on his way up the corporate ladder. Lose your headgear.
Oh, my goodness.
If you have no headgear, discard 3 cards. That's hilarious and absolutely fantastic. So that's what you get to play. It's
I think it's
Ogre
a
Achiever.
similar
Ogre
reason
Achiever.
why I like Slugfest's Red Dragon Inn. Is it doesn't take itself too seriously, and there's so many, as you mentioned, so many options for Munchkin out there. We're Pathfinder fans, so I knew I had to jump on that anyways. So yeah, I really enjoy
it's
it.
silly. It's fun. Like I said, the only thing I enjoy it, but I'm more strategy, tactics, Axis and allies. Like, okay, let's prepare. There's no way to prepare in Munchkin. Just don't try. Just figure out what you got when it's
The
your
object of
turn.
the game is fun and
Yes.
to
Yeah.
screw your opponents.
Exactly. So it's got a Red Dragon Inn sort of flavor to it, if you feel that, because in Red Dragon Inn, your goal is to drink your fellow
Friends under the
opponent
table?
under the table, or beat them up, or basically make them go broke.
And enjoy yourself doing it.
Correct.
So, well, I'm going to be real. I didn't write down the established fact for last time.
Well,
but
you weren't supposed to be the host.
Well, there's that. I forgot to just because stuff happened, but it was the Tracy Hickman episode, and they just had an incredibly successful
Yes.
Kickstarter for
Yes, they
the
did.
Sky Raiders of Aberox.
Yes.
Did you get in on
I
that?
did.
Good.
And we got in on it,
we
right?
did.
Yeah,
we
we were-
I spent too much money on it, but that's life.
We're supporting the Hickmans.
we
We're
absolutely
okay.
are.
That's all right.
And they've got some more stuff coming down the pipeline. So I'm sure once we get, I know I backed XDM. Did you jump on
I
XDM?
did. I have the physical copy.
Yes.
And we have the original physical
and
copy
I
over
know.
there,
Coming.
which
I met one other person that has the original copy.
Oh yeah.
Yes, the dungeon master that plays at my local gaming shop
Yeah.
said that he had it. I said, "You hold on to that,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's worth quite a bit of money."
It
Yes.
is.
Yeah. It's over there on our shelf right
Sure
now, I
is.
believe. Or it's in one
yes,
of those
it-
boxes.
Kids, college.
Yeah.
In the state of Michigan. You can go look for it.
What?
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 That was a joke. You know, the 13th person listening, trying to figure out where we are.
Oh.
Even though I've said Indiana so many times in multiple episodes.
Yeah, well, Indiana is more than like one street. There's more than one street in
No,
Indiana.
there's Indiana Street.
Oh, that's true. There is Kentucky Avenue, and there's Michigan Avenue,
New York.
and New York,
And now we're just
Delaware.
Ohio.
Now are we playing Monopoly? Like what just
Yes,
happened?
yes, we are.
Okay.
Massachusetts, Mass Ave, yeah.
So,
All right, what was that?
I don't know what last time's established fact is, but just based off today's playing and everything associated with it, I've got one for you. If you're going to be an achiever, make sure you're an ogre achiever.
Always.
I know. It's horrible. Dad jokes all around. Either way, thank you for joining us here on the Established Facts,
Factor Play Edition.
Yep.
episode 225, and we will check you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Please visit us at www.theestablishedfacts.com and our Facebook page, facebook.com/theestablishedfacts. If you would like to support us by buying some merchandise, visit cafepress.com/castingrobot.
Bonus